we used to estimate these user stories. We'd give them a 1 to 4 rating, and it would kind of give us an idea of what kind of pace we were on. And we've just stopped doing that. Like we kind of don't care anymore. We understand that our productivity has gotten so good. We implemented Claude code with the team, and like very quickly we were able to identify who was using the tool and or the tools and who was not using the tools. I mean, the productivity for the developers using Claude, even early on, was like night and day. I mean, like 4x. We would have user stories, they're ripping out, we they're just ripping out user stories like you wouldn't believe. And we've changed the way we score user stories. We used to estimate these user stories. We'd give them a 1 to 4 rating. And it would kind of give us an idea of what kind of pace we were on. And we've just stopped doing that. Like we kind of don't care anymore. We understand that our productivity has gotten so good. And I mean, I guess it kind of hampers a little bit of planning, but it's just not worth going through and evaluating these user stories for a time estimate. But anyway, so that's one thing that has changed in our process. But the productivity divergence, I mean, it was just immediate. It was just immediately obvious. And there were no mandates. I didn't mandate that anyone have to use it, but like every week, once a week, we'd have a meeting about our process. And that's one thing that's like was really important for our team is to discuss our process on a regular basis because it was changing like almost daily. Our process was changing on how we were doing things and things like estimating the capacity on a user story, it just became like, why are we doing this? And quickly we changed how we process things.
Here, a quick question. In classical Scrum, you said things change every day, and you have to align people on the changes. In classical Scrum, you will wait for the sprint to end and have a retrospective, but the sprint may be 2 week or 1 week. If things change daily, did you find you had to replace that retrospective on cadence to something more frequent and
Oh, that's a
smaller?
great, it's a great question. Yeah, we were doing 2-week sprints, and we're kind of like not even time bounding sprints anymore, to be honest. Like it never gets to 2 weeks. We set a bunch of stuff that we want to get done, and when it's done, we 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 end our sprint and start a new one. Um, and we've never had like super traditional like agile process. I've always thought like a process should work for you. Don't just put yourself in a box because people tell you should do a certain process. But like now, like our sprints, maybe they're a week, maybe they're 10 days. I mean, but we just don't get to 2 weeks. We just set what we want to accomplish and we just have at it. And when it's done, it's done.
So essentially, you're saying that, yeah, when you reach your sprint goal, you're done with the sprint,
Correct.
and so if it's 2 weeks or it's 1 week, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Um, Question that came in on the chat from Chris was, um, how are you ensuring that the application does not have any security vulnerabilities? And then a follow-up is, did you think about creating an agent that checked for security vulnerabilities?
Well, we have asked um, we've asked Claude to evaluate for security vulnerabilities. That's in Update, like in our Update products in our development team. We've had it do a whole um, review of everything that we have released, and like it finds stuff and we fix it, or it fixes it. We tell it to fix itself. Go fix that code. Yeah, that's how we do it.
Chris,
Uh,
does that answer your question? Do you have any follow-ups to that question?
Sure, Eric. Fixing code and fixing vulnerabilities using AI is two different things, right?
Hmm.
So when you're approaching AI, let me give you some examples. If your company has certain standards and policies, you can take those, convert those, right? Grab vulnerabilities off the internet as well, pull them in, and then have them build your security platform instead of
Mm,
going to like Black Duck and Veracode, et cetera. You can use those, but build your own based on, what's out there in the industry, and it will go and kind of morph.
And
yeah.
usually you don't get the best result if you open a chat and have your agent first code from your prompt user story, and then after code you tell it to do security checking. Usually you better get a better result spinning a sub agent up to do the security checking and reporting back, or first one an agent that built the other thing, then use clear in Claude, start again on a fresh context and do the new focus. So in each context window, try to do just one thing. When you try to do two
Agree.
or three things in one context window, AI have a higher chance of getting confused and hallucinate.
Exactly.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. So our development team has discovered this, and we have developers that are uh, like running 5 agents at a time. And I'll go through that and their process in a minute, but they'll have 4 or 5 agents running at any given time, doing different tasks, not always writing code. Some of these things are discovery tasks and Q&A, and find out where go find where this happens and tell me how we're doing a certain thing. So like our development team is not just like prompting and hoping for the best.